What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blue Clouds TV. As usual, I'm your host for the Blue Clouds TV channel. Nate Zion is here. We have a lot of things to talk about. We're gonna talk about. Apparently, you know what, you guys. We know, we are in international break. There gonna be lots of international competitions coming on. England will be playing a World Cup qualifier, African also World Cup qualifier going on all around the continent. But yeah, we cannot stop. Huntsmaster, there's a noise coming from you. I can hear my voice. Yeah, turn your volume down a little bit. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, apparently, we're gonna talk about the Saul Niguez situation, as it is of rumors where, and we have tier one journalist Niza Cancela also tweeted that Saul might leave or will be leaving in January, and we have other teams that are interested in him. We will come back and talk about that situation. And we have other situation we're going to talk about. We will talk about the Kalimos Nodoys putting the English call up on hold. We will talk about that also. And we have other noisy neighbors that we're going to talk about their issue here. Manchester United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is also in the news. We will talk about all this. So I'm going to start with my guys here. I have my guys who are always ready here. Hams Master is ready. Steven is also ready. Let me know how they are doing today. Guys, how are you all doing? We'll come back to the stream.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, good, man.
I'm doing good.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, we are here. Phantom of many topics. He's already in the house. Big up to Phantom, brother. Big up to you. Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you're doing great. Let me know how your day is going, Phantom. Let me know how your day is going. Saul Niguez. Yeah, I'm gonna start with you, Steven. Saul Niguez. His news is circulating everywhere. Do you really believe that he's gonna move away from Chelsea? And why do you think? Do you think Saul is really admitting that he wants to move? He's not happy that he wants to move, or is it that he's not really part of Tuchel's plans? What's your opinion on Saul's movement?
I think he might be going, because he's not really played. But then again, when he has played, he's had probably one good game out of whatever he's played for. Granted, he's not had the chances, but if you're not impressing when you do have the chances, you can't expect to get any more anyway. So I think it's possible that he does leave, and just to sort of link it in, the point of a loan is to go and get experience at a club. So he's not getting the experience. So why would we keep him when we can give him back to Atletico? Same thing with like Billy Gilmore with us.
Yeah.
He's not playing. They stopped playing him for whatever reason, so we may as well recall him. If we recall him, we can keep him and get rid of Sal at the same time because neither of them are playing.
So do you think it was a mistake to Thomas Tuchel to let what's his name, Conor Gallagher go to Palace instead of giving him the opportunity to show what he's capable of doing in the club?
No, because I think with Gallagher, like he's getting the game time, and like last season he was at a bottom team.
Yeah.
Like, they got relegated. They were always going to be one of the bottom 4 or 5 teams. Whereas this season, Chelsea obviously want to see how he'll do in a better team with better competition, see if he can beat out that better competition. And then I presume they're going to reevaluate after the season. Whereas Gilmore, he brought his way into our team last season.
Yeah.
So that one was somewhat surprising. But then if the plan was to never get rid of Ruben this summer, then it makes sense. Because you don't want to have like a lot of them. You can get them game time, which, like I said, that's the plan for a loan. But for him, it hasn't worked out. For whatever reason, Norwich just don't play him. But then again, going away from Chelsea for a second, Norwich are also not doing that with Brandon Williams, who they got on loan from Man United. They've got two loan players, and you're not playing them.
So I think he has to come down to Danafaka. He's not really doesn't know how to use his players. Because we all know what the pedigree and what.
It don't matter now. He's gone, so it depends
He's
on who
sacked
the
now,
next
he's gone.
manager is.
Right. Yeah, Hamsmaster, I'm coming back to you. What's your take on the Saul Niguez situation at Chelsea?
Well,
Are you happy? Will you be happy? Sorry, will you be happy if he leaves?
Well, as Steven said about the amount of game time he has been having is not enough to, show
Yeah.
his worth.
Mhm.
And we originally, signed him or loaned him for fourth choice, but now in terms of form, he's sixth choice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's struggling. He's not looking too good. I mean, he's only had like one okay performance was against, the cup game against Villa. So I mean, if the point of the loan, you need to have enough game time to have experience to get used to the type of football style you're playing in the Premier League or in the system with Chelsea.
Oh, just
So
any league in general, typically. But I
yeah,
get what you're
that's
saying
the
because
thing.
we're obviously relating to
Yeah.
Saul.
So the thing is, like, I think him moving on is not really a big loss. So either way, I won't. There's not really an issue if he goes. You know.
Right. I agree with you because it looks like we have enough people to fill into those positions. So even though Saul is not there, we're gonna get equal player that can do the job. We have Kovacic that plays in the same role. We have N'Golo Kante that plays in the same role. Even when it comes to West, we can Jorginho. We have Rubin also that can do it. Reece James can also get in there and do the same thing. So we got multiples. We got so many options in that Saul and Chaloba also.
Ross Barkley if he stays as well.
Yeah, Ross Barkley if he takes his chances, he can also have another good player over there. But I
To
think
be fair, he has been taking his chances. It was just the last game he was poor.
right, you're right. I think it's all about what Chelsea saw. Chelsea also like when the opportunity comes, they want to grab it. They want to make something. They want to make something out of it. So I think when they saw the opportunity came, they think let's give it a try, just like they did with Radamel Falcao from Manchester United. They also gave him a loan and trying to see how Falcao can hit back the form and then play for Chelsea, but it didn't turn out well. So yeah,
Don't forget, he then came to Chelsea after he was on loan at United as well.
Falcao, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. We had him on loan because we didn't know how things were going to do with him when he comes to Chelsea. So yeah, good thing we did not sign him outright. I mean, we're now better. We've grown and become a mature football club. So we don't want to repeat those mistakes that we've repeated in the past or we've done in the past, if I should put it that way. Okay. Do you guys have any more take on this Saul issue before we move on to the next question?
Don't think so.
Not really much. Yeah.
All right, this question goes to any of you guys, and you can answer it anytime. Anyone can just pop in, depending on who has the answer right in his head or who have any contribution towards this question. The question is Smith Rowe the most underrated player in the Premier League? Who is the ceiling? Who is the ceiling for him?
Is he the most underrated
Player in the Premier League.
I don't know if
That was
he's
that is the question. Who is the ceiling
I
for
was
him?
just shortening it because it was easier just to shorten it rather than repeat the whole thing.
Okay.
Is he the most? I don't know. I think there's probably other players that are probably more underrated, but I definitely think he's underrated, especially based on what we've seen this season.
Mm-hmm.
This season, he's actually been really good for Arsenal, and he has helped them out in a couple of sticky situations.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think he's. I would have to look at it deeper. Off the top of my head, probably not the most underrated, but he's definitely one of
them.
Underrated. If
Yeah.
he's not the most, he's one of.
One of them, just compared to what Reece James has also done. And then what's his name? Mason Mount, also one of these players. Yeah, Greenwood, Mason Greenwood, another good player. I love that guy. I love him. I wish he was with Chelsea. He would score all those goals that Timo Werner was missing.
He can
Greenwood,
finish.
he could finish. Greenwood will finish. He gets some powerful left foot, and I love that guy. He will be a very good player. Let's give him 2 more years. He'll be much more better than Rashford. I believe in it. So Hums,
Quickly though,
yeah,
just
go ahead.
quickly.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think some people rate Saka more than they rate Smith.
Smith Rowe. Do you know why?
I don't know.
I know the reason why, because Saka has been with them for quite a while, and then Saka, if
No,
they,
I mean in general, like not just Arsenal fans.
They prefer
I
him.
was
over-
having a conversation
yeah.
at uni today, and even like other Chelsea fans said
Yeah.
that they take Saka over Smith Rowe.
The reason I'm still gonna give you more reasons why they take Saka over Smith Rowe. Remember how many goals Saka scores last season? If he hadn't been Saka, Arsenal as a whole, Arsenal as a team would be way down, somewhere around 13th in the league. Smith Rowe Saka was scoring all the goals for them when Aubameyang was down, when Lacazette was down. It was all Saka. So Saka has more stacks than Smith Rowe. It's just that Smith Rowe is coming into the limelight this season than Saka have done this season. If Aubameyang is not on fire, Saka does the job. So, another more question goes to you guys. Is Frank Lampard the answer to the struggling Norwich team?
No, I don't think so.
I don't
They
think he is. Personally, I don't think he is. But just quickly, I also wouldn't want him taking that job.
Okay.
I feel sorry for anyone who does take that.
Why?
job at the
Why?
moment Because
Why?
The quality of the players, I think, it's not that good.
they're screwed. Taking that job, they're screwed. What can they really do? I mean, Norwich literally just sacked. Like Norwich had the whole like beginning of the season up until before this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
They've waited until their manager wins again to sack their manager.
Yeah.
The first win they've got all season,
And he
which
got
in
sacked.
itself is
You know?
hilarious. Yeah, they sacked him literally after the game. Like it wasn't even the next day. I'm pretty sure it was like that
The same day,
afternoon, that
yeah.
evening. Like, but yeah, no, I feel sorry for any manager, whether it's got to be Hassan or Lampard. Who's the other one? Dean Smith.
Especially Lampard,
This-
because he's one of our legends. Yeah.
Yeah, I would rather Lampard go to a mid to top table championship side, or like go to Scotland or another league and get more experience.
Mhm.
And because if he was going to take a team that's in the Prem, I wouldn't want it to be one that's destined to get relegated.
Yeah, I feel it's not the right club for Frank Lampard. Norwich. I mean, even going to the championship is very
Norwich is the
difficult.
right club for anybody.
No,
Yeah. Going to the championship is very horrific because playing 53 games a season, 3 games in a week, that's terrible for a championship team. So Lampard, he knows, he's been there before. He knows how difficult it is. So I would not prefer Lampard to go to Norwich team. Who is more likely to finish in the top 4 of the Premier League this season? Arsenal, West Ham, or Tottenham Hotspur?
Okay, so this is a hard one. West Ham is doing, so well in the league.
Yeah,
They're
West
like,
Ham's doing bits.
yeah, I would say they're like dark horses.
Yeah.
I would say, but
I
I mean,
I don't even think you can class them as dark horses at this point.
actually, the way they're looking at right now, maybe I'm wrong.
I think
Maybe I'm
it's
wrong.
beyond the point of calling them dark horses.
Well, if you're predicting it early in the season, then they'll probably be in it. You know what I mean?
At the beginning of the season, yeah, but you're like what?
Right now,
What are you
yeah.
now? How many games? 11 games. You're nearly a third
Yeah.
of the way through.
Mm-hmm. All right.
At the beginning of
yeah.
the season, definitely beginning of the season, you're saying they're a dark horse for it.
But now they're
But
can
it's a
do
bit
it.
late to call someone a dark horse now. Is
Who?
basically what I'm getting.
Arsenal, is it called Arsenal Dark Horse?
No, he was saying West Ham.
West Ham.
Let's not get it twisted, yeah. They're third place. They're a point ahead of Liverpool, and they're joint on points with Man City.
Mm-hmm.
They're beating both of them as well.
Arsenal are 3 points behind them.
West Ham can be a dark horse. No. They cannot be a dark horse. A dark horse can be a Norwich team who can be a dark horse, or maybe
Brighton.
or Brighton can be a dark horse.
The reason I said
Brighton
that
are
was
West-
fourth at the
because
moment.
Mm-hmm.
West Ham's not been in the top 4, and the other two you mentioned have been
I
in the
get
top
what
4
you're
before.
saying, but I'm
Yeah.
saying at this point in the season, with how they've started so far in the season, I think it's a bit too far to call them a dark horse at this point.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
what I
I
was
get
getting
you.
at. If it was the beginning of the season, yes, 100% they're a dark horse. No one would argue with that.
Right.
But when you're 11 games in, you're in third place. I think it's a point where you're not able to say it's a dark horse at this point. Like
Yeah.
they're literally joint second place.
Right now is a bit still too early to confirm a top 4 list, but the way he's looking at West Ham is doing good.
Yeah.
Arsenal, they're
Mhm.
back in
Arsenal are
form.
coming back, but
Yeah.
I don't trust Arteta.
I'm not sure about
like-
Tottenham at the moment. They got a new manager. Not sure about them.
Tottenham are literally 9th.
Yeah, so we don't know about them. So probably no.
And saying that, they're 6 points behind Liverpool, who are 4th.
Yeah.
United got Ole, so I mean that's gonna be maybe or maybe
thing.
not. But they should go top
both-
4.
With both Man United and Arsenal, it's one of those where they've got to have that really shit run where
Yeah.
score be poor result, manager under pressure. Oh, all of a sudden we're getting results. Like,
Yeah.
literally out of nowhere. That's going to happen. It's a case of, is it going to be a longer sustained period than what it has been so far, where
Mhm.
they do eventually get sacked and they get the change in, and that change is what pushes them on.
Yeah.
What I've been seeing is like Arsenal's more likely to finish above United.
So, Hams, you going for Arsenal over Tottenham and West Ham? That's what you're going for?
I guess yeah. I love Arsenal. I guess yeah.
Okay. Hams, Master, you also going the same way? Arsenal over West Ham?
Huh?
Are you going Arsenal over West Ham, like to be on top of each other?
I think I might go West Ham. I just don't trust Arteta at Arsenal, and I also haven't seen what Conte can do yet.
Yeah.
And obviously it's only 2 games in for Conte. Obviously, Vitesse being the first one, and then they had who was it this weekend?
Everton. I think.
Yeah.
Everton. That's right. So it's too early to say, but it's something that I'm not sure. I don't know. I think
tough
the
one.
problem is Conte's not, from what we've heard from their sporting director or whatever,
Yeah.
it hints that they're not going to invest.
Mhm.
And Conte needs investment, and he needs players that can play a system. And I think Tottenham are going to struggle to play a system. So if you don't get the investment, they're not getting top 4. They're going to struggle.
Okay. So yeah, I'm also tipping West Ham to finish over Arsenal without a doubt. I believe that West Ham has all the minerals. They're defending well. They have a good attacking team. I wish Chelsea can go in for this guy. What's his name? Is this Jerry Boa, whatever they call him?
Jared Bowen.
Oh, Jared Bowen.
Yeah, Jerry Bowen.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a heart to play football. I love that guy. All right, another more question. This is a very question that I wrote it down. I said, after the humiliation of Manchester City smashing Manchester United at Old Trafford, they were able to redeem themselves going to Italy, winning the game against Atlanta. They were able to redeem themselves. Does it change the future of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Or did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer turn the clock from there? What's Hamsmaster? This is you. What's your take on this question?
On Oli, has Oli turned the corner? You said.
Has he turned the corner? It's 10 o'clock. Has he turned the corner? And what's the future lies for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer from now?
I mean, they got a win against Tottenham 3-0, and then it wasn't the pleasant game to watch. It wasn't it's Tottenham. They they were under Nuno, who's not really getting a great best out of Tottenham.
Yeah.
But also they drew to Atalanta, which is it's not good. It's not always good to get to lose drop points. But I mean, in this situation, they still got a chance to go through, so it's not as bad. But it's still but they lost against Man City. I mean, as expected, because Man City was always if you look at the lineup, Man City was always going to have the ball they're always going to, penetrate Manchester United. Like, it's hard to describe because Man City basically just toyed with them. Like, I believe that Man United only had like 4 touches in their half, and it was only Man City was only just attacking, and it was just De Gea just saving United. It could have been more goals. Man City just took the mick out of them. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I don't think Oli has turned a corner. I may be wrong,
Yeah.
but I just believe that it's there's no matter of when he'll get sacked. You know what I mean? So he's still got tough games coming up. Like Watford, I mean, we got Watford next. I mean, that's now a tough game for United, even though it's easy on paper. But you never know with United the way they've been playing. Then you got Chelsea and Arsenal, and another 2 tough games. The pressure's on with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I don't know. I think he will get sacked.
What do you think, Steven? What do you think, Steven? Well, let me add this to what Hams Master just said. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer looks like he's gonna get sacked. Looks like he'll be sacked. And Hams just said he will be sacked. Ole Gunnar will be sacked, but I don't think he'll be sacked this season. If Ole will leave, Ole will leave at the end of the season. Why am I saying this? Antonio Conte was a coach that really. Well, I'll say this after Steven is done with his submission. Go ahead, Steven. What do you make of the Ole saga? Was a feature for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
United have shot themselves in the foot. Let's get that out of the way.
Mhm.
They had the chance
Yeah.
to get rid of him
Mm-hmm.
and get in a top manager. Yeah. Everything we were hearing is Conte's open to United. They're talking to him. He's willing to go there. They could have got rid of him, got Conte. Conte could have worked with those players. Those
Right.
players would work better in a Conte system than the Tottenham players, in my opinion. Therefore, he could have got
Yeah,
better
they got
results
better
with
players.
them than at Tottenham. So they've bottled that. I don't know who else they can possibly get at this point because Zidane ain't coming to the Premier League, so they can't get him.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't know. Now I think United have shot themselves in the foot. They've kept Jolly in for way too long.
Yeah.
And it's backfired at this point. You're in too deep. You've got to keep him now until the end of the season. You have to. End of the season, maybe somebody comes available.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's the likelihood someone comes available at the end of the season.
This is. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. They're stuck in this situation now. I don't know who they could possibly even consider getting in or who would consider taking that job at this moment in time. So you have to wait it out until the end of the season and just say, look, what happens, happens. We've got no choice. We've done this to ourselves. We have to take the hit.
Looking at the situation right now, what I was saying right from the beginning before Steven started talking, I was saying that Antonio Conte had interest in that job, but the layout, the stuff that Antonio Conte needs from the team before he can go ahead and start coaching, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the Glazers are not willing to give Antonio Conte that power because Antonio Conte wants to have the full mental, full power of doing whatever he wants to do at the club. And then the Glazers do not want to do that. They want a man in charge, a man that will listen to whatever they say, a yes man guy. Antonio Conte can never be a yes man guy. Who else? There was another coach that can never be a yes man guy. So those people were not given a job. So they need a person that they can manipulate to do their job, not a person that they can fight with. So I don't see any other coach coming in and putting his mark on the floor than if the Glazers are not there. So do you guys have any other thing you want to add to it so we can move on for the next question?
No, I don't think I've got anything to add.
This stream will be going on fast. So we have just about 6 more minutes.
I actually agree. I think it's not just Oli. It's the main issue is like the coaching staff and the board. I think the board's the main issue. They make the decisions on whether Oli goes or Oli stays. Do you know what I mean? Oli, they're now thinking about. They're still struggling. Where they want to reach to that project. It's been there like 8 years and still don't know where to set
Mhm.
Man United where they want to go. So
I
they haven't, got a structure.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. You know, it'll be very difficult. Okay, the next question is the next question that I'm going to ask. That will be a final question. What do you make of this statement that Eduardo Mendy made? He said that he found it very unfair for him not being in the list of FIFA players that the list that just came out, the UEFA players that FIFA just named.
The Ballon d'Or.
Yeah, for the
Ballon
Ballon d'Or. Yeah, for the Ballon d'Or. He doesn't understand why what's his name? Mason Mount is in there. I think Rudiger or someone was in there, and some other Aspilicueta is in there. He felt that this is something that are going against where he's coming from, because those players, if assuming if he was playing for France, he would have been part of this list. But because of where he's playing for Senegal, that is why I did not include him. Because all the clean sheet, all the games that we were winning, Eduardo Mendy was a guy in goal post. And then Rudiger, Aspilicueta were right in front of him. So why is he not part of the short list? What did Donnarumma did? He only won a competition. That was the UEFA,
Yeah, the Euros.
the Euros competition. But then Drogba has been there for. Did I say Drogba? Mendy has been there for all this competition. So what do you guys make of that statement? What do you guys think?
It's a difficult one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, he definitely should have been on the list, in my opinion. If you've got Donnarumma in there,
Yeah.
and I know what people have said. I've spoken to people, and people said, "Yeah, but he did it in the big moments." What? He saved penalties in the penalty shootout.
Yeah.
He didn't have that opportunity because we didn't get to that situation because he kept us from conceding in games, therefore creating a situation where we don't need penalty shootouts. So if that's your reasoning, I'm sorry, but your reasoning is bullshit for why Donnarumma's in and Mendy isn't. What? Because he saved penalties in the penalty shootout, a pressure moment.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. Surely the better one is the one that, I mean, I get it to an extent of, yeah, he saved penalties, right?
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
you'd rather not get to penalties in the first place.
Exactly.
And Mendy and our defense as a whole
Mhm.
made records last season. They created record in the Champions League. And since Tuchel came in, I can't think of a team if any teams that actually across Europe kept more clean sheets than us, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you're right.
Why isn't he in it? Like, there needs to be answers to this because it's bullshit. Because him and our defense created history that's not going to be beaten, at least not this season. It's just, I can't see it ever being beaten. 4 goals conceded, wasn't it? In the whole tournament.
In the Champions League, yeah.
Yeah, in the Champions League, in the whole tournament, 4 goals conceded. If you can tell me honestly, a team's got to do that in the future,
Yeah.
No one's gonna do it.
No one can do it.
I'm gonna call you mental and like that's fair. Let's be honest, that's fair because no one's gonna do it.
Right.
If somebody was to do it, I guarantee that key part, that whole defense, is going to be included in the Ballon d'Or list. Guaranteed. Mendy deserves to be in it.
What do you think?
He created history, and he got excluded from the list for some bullshit over someone who created all big moment. He saved penalties in the penalty shootout. I'll get he was a big part of the whole tournament, but that's what people were saying is the reason, is because of the penalty shootout. What a bullshit reason.
Yeah.
What do you think, Hams? Hams, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean Mendy when he first came to us, I mean he was unemployed before he came to us, like in football.
He was unemployed, I think, 2 or 3 years then, or before.
Yeah.
And then Ren gave him the chance.
Ren gave him a chance, and Petr Cech scouted him. And when he came,
his story in itself. Sorry, to cut you off. Just quickly, his story in itself is incredible.
Yeah.
Like where he came from being unemployed to getting that chance at Ren. He went from Ren to getting picked up by Petr Cech.
Yeah.
And he's come to Chelsea, and in his first season, he's won the Champions League. That doesn't happen. That's a Jamie Vardy type story.
Hams, take over. We got 1 more minute to end the stream.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Mendy. I mean, he's been fantastic and a crucial part in our team.
Yeah.
Second most clean sheets first season. along with Edison, he won the clean sheet, the Premier League, and he won the, you know,
Only
Golden
won
Glove.
one, I think.
Yeah, he was close, and then he came second place. Then he, least goals conceded in Champions League, Golden Glove in the Champions League, and he's carried on that form this season. He's still in incredible shape. He's very good in terms of, in when he grabs the ball from the corner, he's good at that. So, yeah, it's a disgrace that he hasn't been chosen. I believe based on what I've seen from the past, almost 2 seasons, coming to 2 seasons.
Yeah.
He's been good. He's got 2 trophies to his name, so I don't understand why Donnarumma is on the list. I don't.
Yeah, like I just said, it's from where he's coming from. Maybe.
I think that's likely. I mean, I'm not gonna say outright it is because that's wrong in itself.
Yeah.
But you can't say it's not a possibility.
Mm.
All right, guys. This is where the stream is going to end us. Your guy over here is getting very tired and been up for way too long. I've done the video out, and then this one too. I have to do it because it's been a while. So I'm gonna run and do what I have to do on the side. My guys know what I have to do from here. But yeah, guys, it's been nice to have you here. We're done with the streaming today. If you're watching the stream very late, go through it. We dealt with a couple more questions over here about Saul, Rudiger, Manchester United, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer staying or leaving.
Steven Gerrard to a Villa. Oh.
Yeah, I head out to. We'll probably talk about that one tomorrow, guys. If you have any more,
happen in the next 2 to 4 days.
Yeah.
Is what I've been.
Send them to me. I'll copy them, and we're gonna deal into those rumors and statements and news right here on this. Yeah.
Find it again.
Yeah. So yeah, let the Esperanto guys. Hang on to hope. We'll see you again in the next video.